Well, hello again, my fantastic artist. Miss M coming at you again for week 2 of our remote art lessons. That's right. I'm going to read over our learning goals and then our activity. We are going to, again, learn about texture. Texture in art can be a tricky thing to define. It can mean how something feels, the actual texture. So today my shirt is very smooth feeling. That's the texture. Or texture could be how something looks like it would feel, an implied texture. So looking again at my shirt, just by looking at it, I can see that it looks pretty darn smooth because there's no rough bumps, there's no fluffiness, it's just smooth looking fabric. So for today, we're going to add details like eyes, a mouth, and texture to your texture monsters. Optional is to draw your own monster on a separate piece of paper and then add eyes, a mouth, and texture to that monster. And our activity, we are making some texture monsters. So in your packet, we have our texture example paper. And then look at that. We've got ourselves a texture monster. Now, this is already filled in for you. It's already got, well, I guess you could consider this a nose, right? Looking at this little example in the corner, it gives you an idea of what it could look like. Here on the side, you'll see there are some example eyes that you could draw. These are some different mouths that you could draw. And over here are some great options for making texture for your monster body. And down here, great little spot for your name. So you could start with your eyes. You could pick any eyes you want. I like these wonky eyes. So I'm going to draw my big ovals. And then I'm going to see, oh, look at that. That pupil is down below. And I can color that in. And what I like about these eyes is that other pupil is all the way up here. It's like silly eyes. And I can color that in. Then I can pick a mouth. I like this one. My little straight mouth, straight line with little teeth right there. And then over here we can look at some different textures. Or down here it says, or you can make up your own texture. And hey, you've got a great resource right here of some different textures. You could do a zigzaggy, you can do a spiky, or you can do like a flat, smooth hair kind of texture. Or any of the textures that you created in your example sheet. Totally up to you. Actually, I might want to do a soft, fluffy textured monster. So I'm going to use my soft, fluffy cloud lines to add some texture to my monster. You can think about where you're adding those texture lines to make it look like he's got fluffy eyebrows. He's got some fluffy hair right above his mouth. Totally up to you. You can make him look really fluffy, or you can add, oh my gosh, this is my favorite line in the world. A spiral. Maybe he's got some ringlets in his fluffy, soft hair. That could add a little pizzazz to your texture monster. So there's this one, and then there's another texture monster, because I know you're going to enjoy this so much, you're going to want to do too. So this is another example. I like how it's got some different eyes and mouth and some different textures. Now the cool thing is, I also provided you with an extra blank paper. If you want to, you could create your own monster body. So think about this monster right here. It's just a head, of your monster. You don't see any monster arms or legs, but if you want to, you could create your own monster. So maybe your monster has a funky shape to it like that. And then maybe if you want to, you could add your own horns. Maybe he's got 3 horns. Maybe he's got almost like a unicorn horn right at the top there. I'm going to add a little horn detail. Make it look like it's 3-dimensional. And then some wonky eyes. I'm going to steal some of the eyes from the other paper. And then, let's see, is he going to have arms? No, but I think he's going to have some feet. Because he looks like a little centipede kind of monster. Lots of little legs. Maybe I should add some more legs so that he can skitter-scatter real fast. There we go. Probably should include a mouth. He's a happy guy. I'm going to give him a big mouth with lots of teeth. Maybe some on top, maybe some really big ones on the bottom. And now for the texture. So maybe this monster is ooey gooey drippy. And I can make some ooey gooey drippy texture. Look at that wavy line. So it's a curved line up, curve down, curve up, curve down, curve up, curve down. Just go like that. Sometimes you have to slow down to do some of your more elaborate, complicated textures. Maybe he's just got like one big drip right there. Maybe he's got a little drip coming off the side of his head. Maybe he's got a really drippy nose. Maybe he's got something drippy off of his horns and off of his eyes. It's almost like a little teardrop. But it's really just gooey, icky, drippy texture. There. So if you want to, you can go ahead and use the Texture Monster guides. And if you feel like having some extra fun, go ahead and draw your own monster. But make sure you think about what kind of a texture you want to add to your monster. Might be hairy. Might be drippy. It might be smooth. Might be soft and fluffy. Think about all those great textures and what kind of a monster you could make. All right, use that beautiful creativity that you've got within you, boys and girls, and I'll see you next time. Bye.